This is 0612 TV.
Welcome aboard.
Hello YouTube and welcome to Let's Chat. Today we're gonna discuss my backup strategy. Now in the same vein as my usual Let's Chat videos, this particular video will have two distinct themes. First, it is kind of vloggy stuff, but more importantly, second, it is also educational in a certain way. Now this particular vlog might be a little bit short and I apologize for that, but this happens from time to time, so I hope you're kind of okay with that. Anyway, without further ado, let us jump right in. Now, as you know, I do quite a lot of things on my computer. Just my YouTube video stuff is several gigabytes per week because of course I do 3 shows, and you want to add up things like the raw footage, you want to add up things like the edited versions of the footage. Then of course on top of that, you're gonna need to include things that I record additionally to make all the episodes just work better. If you add everything together, it is about 10 gigabytes per week, give or take. That's not the only thing I do. Obviously I go to school, I write code for fun, I take photos for fun, and all of these things are at least a little bit important to me. There's gonna be a time when something breaks down, be it just your laptop refusing to switch on, be it a hard disk problem, things like that. Having a backup strategy is extremely important, and prior to this, I actually only had one means of backup. So what I used to do is I have this 2TB, huge and clunky hard drive. It is a USB hard drive, but not a portable one, so you actually need to plug it into the mains, and I've been using that as basically my one and only backup. Several disadvantages, including the fact that it's big and heavy, so I normally put it outside and I don't bring it in unless I have to do something. Not to mention it connects via USB 2.0, which is a slower and older technology. That hard drive is getting more and more cluttered. I have about 200 gigs left in there, and well, I thought I needed to do something else on top of that. And then of course there is that extremely morbid question of what if that particular drive chose to fail? I mean, it holds things from as far back as 2006, 2005, all the way until pretty much things I've done yesterday. So that is quite a lot of data to be putting in one drive. I've also noticed one bad habit crop up with me, and that is because that drive was big and bulky and slow and it was outside, I had to carry it in, I ended up feeling less compelled to do backups. You see, even as someone who keeps preaching about having to do backups, I kinda need to be compelled to do it. I mean, it kinda is going out of your way to bring something in, connect it to your computer, start dragging files, which will in turn slow down the system, things like that. It's not a particularly fun process, and the fact that I have to lug a hard drive in makes things all the more difficult. And since that drive was going full, I decided to actually just go out and get another drive. Originally, I was actually a little bit torn between getting the exact same drive again or getting, something new and different, and eventually I opted for the latter. So what I ended up getting was this Western Digital My Passport 1TB portable hard drive, and as you might imagine, it does present quite a stark contrast between the other drive I have. But I really feel that this fills in a lot of the gaps that, the first drive didn't quite provide for. I mean, this particular drive is small, so I don't have to worry so much about where to put it when I'm not using it. Plus, it's extremely fast, and as a result, actually doing backups becomes quite a breeze. You might feel a little weird that, a portable hard drive is being used as a backup drive because that doesn't quite, fit the bill for what a portable hard drive is supposed to do. And yes, I did actually take some time mulling over that point, and eventually my conclusion was, this still provides so many benefits acting as a backup drive that it was kinda worth it. And this also gives me quite a bit of added security in the sense that I have some of my most important stuff on both these drives, so if any one of these fail, I'm likely to still have the other, unless of course it is something serious enough that, breaks both drives at once. I can't imagine what they'll be, but it's probably something on a scale of a meteor strike. At any rate, I observed that having this drive actually makes me back up my stuff more. In fact, today I'm filming 5 videos, this is the first of 5, and what I'm gonna do the moment I'm done with all this is to actually back it up to that drive. Since it runs USB 3, it actually transfers in a matter of minutes, and I have the reassurance that even if something were to happen to this laptop like today, I'll still have a copy of all the videos that I shot now. The fact that this hard disk transfers files really fast actually gives me a reason to continuously back up my stuff. So like at the end of every day or every several days, if I feel that I have been doing quite a lot of work that I don't want to lose, I can actually back it up into that drive. The drive is 1 terabyte, I'm not sure if I've already told you that, so it's not too huge and yet provides a healthy buffer for, just for me to back up my stuff in case anything goes wrong. Clearly not everything I've ever owned is backed up into both of these drives, but most of the things that matter to me are indeed backed up in both. I'm not sure how common such a setup is, but it is one that seems to work quite well. So if you're having similar issues as I have, maybe you might want to consider this. And really, that is it. That's all there is for this particular video. I hope sharing my experience taught you something, maybe gave you some ideas. But if you have any comments, queries or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to check out the official Twitter account for this channel at twitter.com/0612tv. As always, I appreciate every like, favorite and subscription you give me. But until next time, you're watching 0612TV.